All right, another clown that we're going to bring up here. James Harden opts out of his $47 million deal with the allegedly intentions to re-sign with Philly to make them a more cap-friendly deal so
Mm-hmm.
they can get players in. Or does James Harden get an offer from another team for $40 million a year to go play for them? He's an unrestricted street free agent. He can do what he wants. I'm sure he'll meet with teams. Like, there's no way you opt out of a $47 million deal. The most money you can make in the NBA at the moment, besides Steph Curry, what he's getting paid $48 million. There's no way you opt out of this and not listen to other teams, because Philly's probably going to offer him $30 million a year, where he could go play for I don't know. So he'd have to do a sign and trade if he wanted to play for a contender. But if he wanted to go try to make the Detroit Pistons good, which is not going to happen, no matter who joins them,
Yeah, it would
he
have to
could
be a
make
bottom of the barrel team, right, to get the same kind of,
yeah,
almost the
because
same kind of money.
it has to be if he wants to go play for a contender other than Philly, it's got to be a sign and trade. And if he takes a cap friendly deal like $30 million, that's, I mean, in the NBA today, $30 million is kind of easy to match for a sign and trade. There's almost a dude on every roster making 20. That's kind of a bottom feeder. I mean, we saw Otto Porter do it for years. Harrison Barnes doing it now. Buddy Hield's doing it now.
Otto Porter.
Yeah, I think he goes back to Philly. Just, I don't know. He said that's where he wanted to be the whole along. I mean, you got to go back. Joel Embiid's there. They need to get rid of Tobias. That's who they really need to get rid of, and keep
Tobias.
Matisse Thybulle.
There was a snippet of article, I think it came from Bleacher Report, where they were talking about trading Matisse Thybulle so they could try to get another star, like packaging him and Tobias to get another star, which would be nuts. I mean, they have draft capital now, so if you package Thybulle and Tobias and go get, I don't know, a Paul George, and it's probably very unlikely, or a Bradley Beal in a sign and trade. It's like that would be, because if Bradley Beal wants to play for somebody else, it's going to have to be a sign and trade most likely. If he wants to play for contender.
Bradley Beal, also a man who opted out.
Yep, that is our next topic. Bradley Beal opts out. This is the big one because Bradley Beal is now the hottest free agent on the market. 27, 28 years old, still in his prime, shooting the ball very well, plays defense, one of the only guards that can score 25 a game and play lockdown defense, I think, in this league. Bradley Beal, does he stay in D.C., take the hometown deal where he can get paid, what was it, $238 million over 5 years? Or does he take a discount, take the 4-year deal? He can still take the 5-year deal and do a sign and trade to another team. Barrett, what do you think? Does he stay loyal or does he get out of there?
Dude.
They do have Porzingis and Ruchimara and Kuzma, but that roster, they were on an absolute high last year, actually making the playoffs, and then out of nowhere, just everybody started getting hurt. The Porzingis trade went through, and I think Porzingis is not anybody that's helping a roster at this moment.
No. If I were Bradley Beal, I would just do what other, stars are doing. Like you want a ring, you want to go to a contender, but I think the problem is, right, and we talked about this with the cap, like all these championship teams are kind of like they don't have the room, right? Like a lot of them are strapped. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Where could he go? Like, I would love to see him like in Milwaukee somehow. Like that would be sweet. Like
That would be insane.
Him and Giannis, dude. Like, but everyone says Lakers or whoever the pretty much just the Lakers, the Heat. I know the Heat fans, like they think they're going to get everybody. So,
man, they kind of remind you of another Miami team.
Yeah, kind of another Miami
team. Think they're going to get everybody, huh?
We did almost get everyone, but Dolphins there. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would love to see him, or he could transcend a franchise like the Knicks or something. Go to
Well,
New York, or
yeah,
is he talking to anyone? Does he have friends? You have
he
to
does
take
have
it all.
friend. He's got a close friend in Damian Lillard, who's
Yeah,
looking for a
see?
star to join him in Portland.
Yeah. So you never know, man.
Seth, what are your thoughts here? Bradley Beal opting out to stay or to leave?
I like Bradley Beal to stay. I think he's been on record saying he loves Washington D.C. wherever they're at. Um, if he loves the team, he'll stay. I mean, ultimately he gets paid. So
How old is Bradley Beal?
28.
So
Which is about the time stars get these mega deals. They either get them at their 28 or 30 years old.
yeah,
And I would like to, man, I want to see, I like Bradley Beal a lot. I would love to see him go to a contender and get a chip. Not necessarily join a super team, but joining Damian Lillard in Portland or Luka Doncic in Dallas are not super teams. That would be a team that would need a duo. Yusuf Nurkic is out here trying to get Brad Beal on. He's trying. He's trying to get a lot of people on. Every time someone opts out or something, you see Yusuf Nurkic on Twitter going wild.
Lillard wants Durant, not Bradley Beal.
Well, I don't think Durant's leaving.
no.
Where Bradley Beal is now an unrestricted free agent. If they can make the money work, I mean, you make the money work for a guy like that.
Everyone's unrestricted next year, right? Like all the big guys.
Yeah, there's a ton of players that are unrestricted next year. Let's see where Portland sits at with cap space. They are paying Jeremy Grant $20 million coming into the cap. Damian Lillard $42 million. Eric Bledsoe, I think his cap is going away, so he's going to be a free agent. That's what it's looking like. Josh Hart, $12 million. I mean, they could make cap room, but they have a lot of cap holds right now. So once these cap holds go away, so like they have Joe Ingles on a cap hold for $19 million. They have Yusuf Nurkic on a cap hold for 18. I imagine he'll resign. Anthony Simmons at $11 million cap hold, and a bunch of these other lower guys that are cap holds like TJ Leaf, Ben McLemore, CJ LB. Those guys, once they start getting rid of these cap holds, I mean, they're going to make cap space real quick. They're only $42 million in the in cap hell right now, so they could get there. Yeah, they're $42 million in cap hell. Man, every team's in cap hell, but there's so many cap holds on rosters right now that's kind of wild.